Hi everyone, and welcome to Create with Mandy. My name's Mandy with a B, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's great to have you. I am just going to tip my camera down because I always seem to have it set up so that I end up chopping a bit of my head off, which isn't fun. So yeah, I just need to readjust it every so often. So as you are joining, say hi, let me know that you're here. While I'm just waiting for everybody to jump on, I always like to call up the video on my iPad so that I can see all of your comments there. So let me just do that now while we are just waiting. And then I can be assured of catching all of your comments. Okay, there we go. Great. All right. So if you are watching live, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching the replay later on, thank you so much for watching. And if you are watching via my YouTube channel after I upload this, thank you so much for supporting me. If you would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll see the subscribe button down on this side, down on the right hand side below this video. You can click on that to subscribe, and then if you click on the little bell icon that's just near that, then you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So that would be fantastic. So thank you so much. Now, if you are here on Facebook today, you'll know that you are live by the little live button up on that side. It's always confusing because when I'm filming, because my camera is flipped, every which way I point is actually the opposite for me. It's kind of like looking in a mirror. Yeah, a little bit like that. So yeah, so yes, it's up there. So you'll know that you're live if you see that little live, the red live button up there showing. All right, so we've got a few joining us now. Hi Jenny, hi Kathleen, great to have you here. Yes, I am well, thank you so much Jenny. And you're all well down there in Tassie, great. No COVID down there in Tassie, that's awesome, very good. I hope it stays that way. Yes, it just keeps on going on and on and on up here. So at some stage we will come out the other side though. So we've just got to keep living in hope. Yeah, and trying to find a little bit of positivity in each day. Some days are harder than others, but yeah. And aren't we so lucky to have our crafting, so not only to keep us busy but also that we can share that with others by sending cards out to people to send positive thoughts. Hi Julie, hi, how you going? Yeah, we can use our cards to send positive thoughts to others and even just let people know that we're thinking of them. So it's really fantastic that we have that. So how was everybody's weekend? What did you get up to? Hi Leslie, great to have you. So on Saturday, we had our team meeting, or as we call it, team gathering. So that's always a lot of fun. And we actually had some new team members joining us this time, which was great. So always super exciting to welcome new team members. And yeah, and we had a great time. And then we had some... after I had given them all the information I'd given them, and we'd done the recognitions, because I always like to recognize my team, and I give out prizes and awards and all sorts of things. I give away vouchers and gifts and all sorts of things. I like to look after my team. And then we had some creative time together, so that was super exciting. This month, every month I put up a team challenge or a creative challenge for my team, and this month we're focusing on the new mini catalogue, which is so awesome. I'll talk more about celebration in a minute, but I'll show you the card that I created as part of our team gathering. It was this really cute one here. So isn't that super cute? I did post it. You may have seen it on my Facebook page, my business page. It's super, super cute. And that's using some of the free designer series paper that's available it's the Penguin Playmates. Got to get that name right. Penguin Playmates 12 by 12 designer series paper that you can earn for free during celebration with a $90 order. So isn't that super cute? And I just fussy cut the polar bear and the penguin out of the designer series paper, and then I use some of the designer series paper for the tag and the background paper as well. So isn't that super cute? Really, really cute. I love that designer series paper. Yeah, so that's the one that I made on Saturday, and other members of our team were creating along as well, and they were working on their own projects. So yeah, so it's always great to have that crafting time together, and we always meet via Zoom. Hi Sue, how are you? Are we in lockdown? Yes, we are. My suburb is actually in hard lockdown at the moment, because our suburb is one that is on the well, is in part of the red zone now. I guess that's what they call it. I don't know. There's lots of terminology out there, but yes, we are. Hi, Athena. Oh, still working, watching me in the background. Great, love it. So yeah, so that was the one that I made. And in case you missed it, if you missed my posts on my business page here in the last few days, you may not know that I have also started to do a Facebook Live on a Thursday morning at 11 o'clock. I started last week, so I'll be continuing with that. And last Thursday, I made this card. So you may have seen me post it. I did post it in the group here. Sorry, in my page here. And I was also using one of those free designer series paper products. Not the designer series paper, free celebration products. Let me get that right. And this time I used the delicate Dahlias Stamp Set. So it's really beautiful. I got it here actually to show you. It's this one here. So that's the one I was using on Thursday to create that card. And this stamp set's really great because you've got so many images and you've got sentiments as well. Oh, I'm covering some of those. But not only that, but it's you can use it as either a two-step stamp set, or you can use the stamps individually. So that one and that one. Sorry, again, working in reverse here. So you can use them separately. Same with the little flower and with the leaves as well. And the detailed images here, they are the Stampin' Up! Distinctive images. So you've got like that photographic look when the image is stamped. They look fantastic. And so that's how I could get that, that result there with that card. They look like a photograph, don't they? They're really cool. So yeah, so really beautiful. So this stamp set you can earn with a $180 order during celebration. So celebration goes until the 30th of September. So you've got lots of time. It only just launched last week. So yeah, so it's really an exciting time at the moment. Kathleen asked, do you know how the staff are going at the depot in regards to COVID? Yes. So there was an update on that a couple of days ago. So for those of you that don't know, at the moment with Stampin' Up, there's just a little bit of a delay on orders, shipping orders, because there was a positive COVID case there at the distribution centre. So they had to close down for a couple of days and have deep cleaning done. And then each of the staff had to be tested. And then, so when they started back up, of course, they had to follow all the government guidelines for COVID safety, etc. And because they'd had the positive case. And so the staffing has been a little bit low, but they're gradually increasing that. So that's the last thing we heard, is just that the shipping is a little bit delayed. They're doing their best to try and catch up. I did get notified yesterday that I've got 2 orders that are shipping, which is great. And I'd placed those orders on the, I think it was the 2nd and the 3rd. So they're running about a week behind, I think, at the moment. So, but they're still on their way. You're still able to order. So just know that you just need to allow a little bit of extra time at the moment. So, but yeah, they're still shipping. So the distribution center is up and running. They're just catching up with the times that they had closed down. Yeah, so, but orders are going out, Kathleen. So all good. Hey, Glenda, how are you? Yes, I am well. Thank you very much. I've got my jacket on today actually because it's a little bit chilly, and I put on a short sleeve shirt because I thought, oh, I often when I'm sitting in my craft room and I'm working away, I get really hot. And so I put that on, but I thought, oh no, I'm actually cold today. So I had to put on my my hoodie. So I had it here on the back of my chair and I thought, oh, I'm just going to pop that on. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. You're welcome, Kathleen. No worries at all. Oh, Sue said the card I did last week was super cute. Oh, did you see that one with the Christmas stockings? Yeah, I love that one too, with the little animals, the dog, the cat and the hamster. Super cute. I really want to do some more with that stamp set, but of course I haven't had time yet because I've been making all these other ones. Plus I've been designing for classes and all sorts of things. So I've been making lots of cards lately. These ones are celebration ones using celebration items. Oh, also too on, wait, this one, the paper in the background, the designer series paper in the background, that's actually from the Mini Catalogue. That's one of the new papers from the Harvest Meadow suite. That's one of those papers. So that's a really beautiful paper. Hey Rose, great to see you. Hi Fee, great to see you as well. Great to have you all here. So yes, so today I'm going to tell you about a couple of things and then we'll get started. But I just wanted to let you know, if you weren't already aware, celebration that I've been talking about, here's the brochure. So hopefully most of you already have your celebration brochure. If you don't already have a celebration brochure and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you're working with, please let me know because I would love to send you one. But during celebration, when you purchase over $90, then you get, in one transaction that is, and before shipping, you can choose a free product from this beautiful celebration brochure. And there's lots and lots in here to choose from, and I can actually show you the inside now because it's launched. So we've got the beautiful bedazzling paper. I've got some of that coming, so I'll be able to show you that next week. The beautiful Penguin Playmates designer series paper, there it is there. That's the one that oh, hang on, got to work out which angle to hold this. Is that it there? Yeah, so that's the one that I was, oh, here it is on this page. That's the one there. That's the one I played with those little penguins I just showed you. We've also got this gorgeous one here. Feels like home. I've got that one coming too, so I'll be able to show you that one. I might even use that on a Facebook Live in the coming weeks. And then there's some other beautiful designer series paper. There's all sorts of things in here. There's stamp sets, there's paper, there's some more paper, some Christmas paper. Look at all those beautiful projects in there. These ones are very popular. The cute little sheep, counting sheep. And there's also coordinating dies. So they're awesome. Again, these ones are all with $90 order. There's some awesome textures and frames there. And this die set here, this is available with a $180 purchase. And this die set actually coordinates with one of the stamp sets from the annual catalogue. It's the, let me remember which one it's called, the Shaded Summer Stamp Set. So if you have that stamp set, there's some images there. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this up. There's some images there with some of those some photographs there of some of the stamped images. And this die set coordinates with that stamp set. So if you own that stamp set, then now you can earn free dies. And then that's the Dahlias or Dahlias, depending on how you say it. So interesting about the Dahlias stamp set, I asked a florist friend of mine who's actually a team member now, how do you pronounce, like what is the correct pronunciation of the word dahlias? Because I grew up knowing them as dahlias, but everybody else, well, a lot of other people keep saying dahlias, and then I thought, well, I wonder what it really is. And she said to me that the pronunciation of the word is either way. It depends on how you were brought up or where you brought up. So it's what I thought. My mum was from Victoria, so she did pronounce a few words different, and she's from country Victoria. So they do pronounce a few words a little bit differently to us, and so perhaps that's where I got dahlias from. But yeah, either way is correct. So we're all right. So isn't that awesome? So Dahlias, Dahlias. And I keep changing the way I'm saying it, I think, too, because I hear everybody else saying Dahlias. So sometimes when I'm talking about it, I'll say it one way and then I'll talk about it again and I'll say it the other way. So, but that's all good. I have been super busy, Glenda. Yes. Yes, very busy. Chasing my tail, trying to catch up. Hi, Tina Marie. Great to have you. No worries. I've just been showing some of the cards I've made in the last few days. That's all. So you haven't missed anything yet. Now also too, during Celebration, I wanted to let you know of some fantastic other specials during Celebration before we go on to looking at what we're playing with today, because we're going to be playing with some product from the Mini Catalogue, the new Mini Catalogue. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to touch on Celebration first, because if any of these products that you like that I see that I show you today, and you decide that you would like to purchase some of those from the Mini Catalogue, well, if your order goes over $90, you'll be eligible for some free Celebration items. So won't that be great? Oh, Rose says she's with my mum in terms of calling them dahlias. Oh, good. Awesome. So it must be a southern thing then, Rose. Because mum was from down south too. But anyway, what I wanted to let you know was that there's a fantastic joining offer available at the moment during Celebration. So I love to make sure that everybody, especially my customers, maximize their value, or that I help them to maximize the value that they're getting when they're purchasing Stampin' Up! Products. So one way that you can do that is through joining Stampin' Up!, and especially like anytime is a great way to maximize your value, but especially at the moment, because during Celebration, and there's information on pages 18 and 19 of the brochure. During Celebration, if you join Stampin' Up! During Celebration, not only do you get $235 worth of product when you only pay $169 for the starter kit, you also get free shipping as normal. So they're standard, that's normal. So already you're getting $66 worth of product for free in that starter kit that you can choose. You choose all of those products yourself that you want to put into that starter kit. So you're getting that free. The $66 worth of product for free. You're then getting the shipping for free, which on the starter kit, it's around about $11.75. So you got that. So already you're up to $77.75. But during Celebration, you also get to choose a free bundle from the Mini Catalogue, the brand new Mini Catalogue. Now, here's the list of them all here. And if I hold that up really close, hopefully you'll be able to see them. There are some beautiful bundles there available as part of this special offer during Celebration. Now, if you decided to choose the highest priced item there, the bundle is $104.75. So if you add all of that up, the bundle, if you choose the highest priced one, or you can choose any of the others, plus the free shipping, plus the additional extras you get with the starter kit, you are getting $182.50 for free. $182.50, and the starter kit only costs you $169. So you're actually getting more than 50% off when you're joining during Celebration. So isn't that awesome? It's a great time to join. So Celebration runs until the 30th of September. So you've got time to have a think about it if it's something that you might like to do. Now let me tell you what I offer when you join my team. So as part of my awesome team, we have a team of beautiful, beautiful people. We have a great community, a very positive community. We have all built such wonderful friendships. We have a lot of fun together. We have creative challenges in the team, as I said to you before, for those that would like to participate, but it's not mandatory. But it's a lot of fun and we get lots of inspiration from each other. Let me talk about the discount too, not only about joining my team, but about joining Stampin' Up! I forgot to mention that. When you join, you also get a 20% discount on all of your Stampin' Up! Purchases, and you can build that up over time to 25% as well. So, let me talk about the discount too, not only about joining my team, but about joining Stampin' Up! I forgot to mention that. When you join, you also get a 20% discount on all of your Stampin' Up! purchases, and you can build that up over time to 25% as well. So, 25% as well. it's a no-brainer, really. It's really, really easy to join. You get all of these fantastic benefits, all of these freebies, you get your discount, so many wonderful things. Now, not only that, we have such a large community in the Stampin' Up! Family as well, because we've got just our team, but as well as that, you've got the broader Stampin' Up! Family as well. So you have access to the Stampin' Up! Only demonstrator website and Facebook groups. You get to meet other demonstrators from all around the world, if you choose to, of course. We get to go to demonstrator only events. There's one particular demonstrator only Facebook group that we usually all join, and you get so much creative inspiration on there. Every single day there's demonstrators from all around the world posting their projects in there, and it's super awesome. I've got so much inspiration for some of my projects in the past from there too, and it's really fantastic. So yeah, so there's just so much that goes on in the Stampin' Up! World, and you're all missing out, and I don't want you to miss out. I want you to come and join us. Come and enjoy the fun, enjoy what Stampin' Up! Has to offer. Now, if you've got more questions and you're a little bit unsure, please feel free to ask me any questions that you might have. There's never a silly question, and I prefer everybody to have as much information as possible before making the decision and making that deciding if that decision is the right decision for you. So please ask me if you are interested in joining Stampin' Up! But yes, during celebration, it's the best time to join. So I won't talk any more about that. I'll just let you think on that. But for those of you who have already joined, you all know what I'm talking about. You know how great it is to be part of this part of Stampin' Up! So yeah, so anyway, so have a think about that, and we will move on. So also too, the other thing I wanted to let you know, during celebration as well, you can also earn a free stamp set if you host an event, if you host a party. So at the moment, I'm running online parties, or I can run online parties for you and your friends. So if that's something that you might be interested in, please let me know, because when you gather orders, or even if you don't want to have an online event, even if you want to just gather orders from friends and put them in all together, it's kind of like a virtual party without having a party kind of thing, just gathering those orders. But when your orders go over $250, whether or not that's just your personal order, or if that's the orders that you've gathered from yourself and your friends and it goes over $250, you start earning what is called Stampin Rewards, and that's a percentage of the sales. And with the Stampin Rewards, you can use that to then get free product. So for $250, you get 10%. So that will be $25 you have to spend on anything, any available product at all that you like, and you'll get that for free. And then it goes up. But once you hit $500 during celebration, not only does your percentage for Stampin' Rewards go to 12%, then on top of that, you will also get a free stamp set. And it's this one here. It's in the celebration brochure. It's on page 17. So if you've got a brochure, you can have a close look. But it's this one here of all these gorgeous sentiments. And these sentiments, they have come from ideas from demonstrators. So Stampin' Up! Asked us for ideas about different sentiments that we would like to see on stamps, and they put them together in a stamp set. Isn't that cool? So yeah, so you can get that if you host an event and it goes up over $500. So, and the percentage of those celebrations, aka your freebies, goes up as your sales goes up. So $750, it jumps up to 14%. And then $1,000 and over in sales, it jumps up to 16% of those sales that you get in freebies, plus a free stamp set. So lots of free stuff available during celebration. Super exciting. All right, so I am going to get ready to show you what we're going to be playing with today. Hi Navon, how are you? Great to have you here. Hi Megan, great to see you as well. Thanks for joining us. All right, so what I'll do is I will cover up the camera and I'll flip that down onto the desktop, and we'll get started. Now, if you've got any questions while I'm filming, feel free to pop them in the comments. If I miss them and after a time I haven't responded to you, feel free to pop it up again, just in case I've missed it, because sometimes if the messages scroll through too quickly, I miss some comments here and there. I do go back afterwards and try and see all the comments, but sometimes Facebook hides some of them for some strange reason. But if you need to contact me personally to ask something specific, feel free to send me a messenger message as well after we finish today. Hi Robin, how you going? Great to have you here. Oh Robin, I have to let you know, I posted your kit today for your Campology class, your Campology class kit. So that went in the mail today, so you should get that in the next couple of days. All right, so let's cover up the camera. Yeah, so as I was saying, please feel free to ask me any questions as we're going along. All right, I'll cover up the camera and I'll put the camera down onto the desktop and we can get started. All right. So it's going to be a little bit noisy and clunky for a moment while I get that ready. So bear with me. Okay. Get that all lined up. There we go. And I'll just adjust those lights. All right. And we'll see if it's straight. Let me just move that down. I think I'm a little bit crooked, so I might just need to straighten that up just a tad. Yeah, let's just straighten that up for you all. Otherwise, that will be annoying. It's nothing worse than watching someone's video and it's all crooked. Well, maybe that's just me. That might just be my OCD talking. All right, so any of the products that I'm showing you today, if you are looking for them in my online store, and here's my host code as well. If you're looking for them in my online store, the easiest way to find it is via my blog. So if you go to mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com and click up on the at the the top left hand side of my blog, you'll see my shop button. That'll take you through to my online store. And you can see all of these beautiful new products there. If you're shopping with me and you're online, I would love for you to use the host code. This is my current host code. You'll also find it on my blog as well, over on the right hand side. But if you shop with me and you're spending over $50, when you use the host code, I will send you a thank you gift for shopping with me, just to show my appreciation. So go there and have a look. There's lots of other creative inspiration on my blog, lots of other things to look at. There's even PDF versions of the catalogs. So if you don't have a paper copy yet, or you're still waiting for yours to arrive, then you can have a look there at the PDF version. You just click on the little picture and it will open up a virtual copy of the catalog for you. So this is the new beautiful mini catalog, which just launched last week on Tuesday. So now I can show you the inside of it. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to go through everything in there today, but I'm just going to highlight a couple of things, mainly what we're using today and the papers. So if you don't have a copy of this and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you're working with, feel free to get in contact with me and let me know that you would like a copy, and I'll be happy to send one out to you. All right, so before we jump onto that, I just want to let you know that I do have a paper share running as well. So the paper share, I've actually extended the registration date to this Friday for my paper share. So part of my paper share, my paper share will be the Christmas papers that are in this mini catalog. So this is all the information here and then the registration. But I just put up the advertisement and the link again today, this morning. But let me just hang on one sec and I'll just grab that link and I'll put it here as well if anyone missed it and you're interested in finding out more about my paper share. Copy that link. I'll pop it here in the comments. Here we go. Pop it, paste that in. I'll just put there Mandy's, sorry, I'm just typing that on my iPad while I'm doing that. Mandy's Christmas paper share, and there's the link there. So if you're interested in having more information about the paper share, then you can have a look there. It's only $40 and you get a total of 42 pieces of designer series paper. You can have a read there as I explain how I cut it for mailing and which papers are included in that. So yeah, if you need it posted out to you, if you're not local to me for pickup, you can pay the additional postage there. So go and have a look at that after my live today, and yeah, have a look to see. But if you have a look in the back of your catalogue on page 74, you can see all of the designer series papers there. So that's all of that's just a little snippet of all of the paper shares, all of the designer series papers there. In my paper share, I'm just having the Christmas papers. So there's 6 of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I'm not including the other ones that are non-Christmas papers in this share. Okay, so all right, so let's have a look at what we're playing with today. I'm jumping back over to pages 8 and 9, and we are going to be playing with the very cute, very gorgeous Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite today. Now, my day today didn't go as planned. My morning, I should say, and my early afternoon didn't go as planned. So what we are going to do today, because I didn't have time to prepare in advance a project, we're going to be casing the caddy today, or casing the catalogue today, but we are changing it up a little bit too. So let me tell you a little bit about the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite first, and then I'll show you which of the projects we're going to be creating. So in this suite, this is a bumper suite actually. That's there's 2 bundles in this suite. Now, if you want the entire suite with all of the products, you can use just one code, which is over here on page 8. You'll see down the bottom here. You probably can't see it clearly on the camera, but if you look at your catalogue, you'll see it there. There's a code there that just one code will give you all of these products from this suite. But if you don't want all of the products, then you've got the individual item codes over here. All right, so we've got the 2 bundles. We've got the Frosted Gingerbread bundle. This is the one that I have that we're going to be playing with today. And then you've got the Pretty Pillow Box dies, which I don't have. I don't have that one at this stage. But this one is really pretty as well to make those gorgeous little gift pillow boxes like this one you can see over here on the opposite page. Then you've got the Memories and More cards. There's cards and envelopes. You've got some beautiful ribbons, some embellishments, some craft cardstock. I didn't actually order that originally, but I have got some in my order that's coming to me this week. So hopefully I'll have that in the next couple of days. You've even got in this suite some decorative masks, and then you've got the gorgeous designer series paper. Now this designer series paper is 6x6 size. I've got that, so I'll show you that in a moment. Then over the page, it shows you an up close version of the stamp set, the Frosted Gingerbread Stamp Set, which is, well, actually we're using it today, but we're only going to be using one of the sentiments from that one actually. And then down the bottom it shows you here the bundle. Now if you're only interested in the bundles or the stamp sets and the coordinating dies, I do recommend that you purchase them together as a bundle, not individually, because if you purchase them individually you will end up paying a little bit more, because if you purchase them as a bundle you'll save 10%. Okay, and there is a code down there if you want to order them as a bundle, and then you do have the individual items listed there as well. But I always suggest purchase the entire bundle so that you've got the coordinating dies or punch, whichever the bundle is that you're choosing. Always choose the bundle. Oh, Julie says, oh, I love this one. Awesome. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep on this page. This project up here is the one that we're going to be casing today. However, I'm changing it up a little bit. So hang in with me and I will show you how we're going to create a similar but different project based on this one here. All right, so let me just show you those products up close. So here is the stamp set. It's a photopolymer stamp set. There's 11 stamps in this stamp set. You've got this beautiful border. These stamps that when you stamp them out, if you white emboss them or heat emboss with white embossing powder onto crumb cake cardstock, or I'm actually going to be using the crumb cake today, but you can also purchase the craft cardstock, then it does look like iced cookies. Super, super cool. So it really makes me want to make some Christmas cookies and ice them. All the images are shown on the case here at 90%, so the stamps actually are a bit bigger than what you see here on the case. They're just shrunk down to fit onto the front of the case. But it is a photopolymer stamp set. I've removed the stamps from the clear plastic acetate and popped them into my case because we now get the image printed there on the inside of the case, which is great. And then you know exactly where each stamp should live, and you'll know if you're missing any too. How often do we find a stamp and think, oh my goodness, what stamp set is that from? Or we go to put our stamp set away and think, oh, are they all there or not? And you're sitting there counting them. Well, this way you know if there's one missing because the image is printed there. So there's that, and then this is the coordinating die set. So we've got a beautiful border. The dies cut out the bauble, the bell, the snowflake, and the peppermints, and also you've got some additional dies as well. So not only, so these outside ones, they cut the images. Well, we've got an additional one here because there's not a star stamp, but we do have stars on the designer series paper, and these ones actually will cut those out too. Then you've got your detailed dies here in the middle as well, or you can layer them up and do your detail with your outline. But you'll see these outline ones here, these ones here, they will cut out the stamp, the stamped image. So yeah, so you've got lots of additional ones there. We've got lots of different peppermint sizes here, and you've got the cluster of peppermints here, which is this one here. You've got some insides for your peppermints as well. So if you want to die cut them from cardstock in a different color, yeah, so much you can do with this one. So super fun. So that's the gingerbread dies. We've got the decorative masks here as well. We're not using these today, but I'll still show you them. Sorry about the noise as I open these up. I did show these the other week as well, but I'll show them again just quickly in case anybody didn't see my live the other week. So you've got this gorgeous snowflake mask, and then there's a pretty border one, or like a filigree sort of one. Some little checkers. This one reminds me of a Christmas sweater. Particularly in America, they wear those Christmas sweaters often at Christmas time. And then you've got these gorgeous stripes as well, which are a lot of fun. So they come in the pack, and yeah, I'll do something with those down the track. We've also got the embellishments that come. These are the gingerbread and peppermint acrylic shapes, and we'll use some of those today to embellish our project that we're going to use. And we might need to, I haven't tried these yet, I haven't used any of them, but they are like a, they're acrylic, so I've got to test the different glues to see which one holds them best. The ribbon that comes in this suite I don't have, so I'm using a different ribbon today, but I also have the Memories and More card pack. And I did show these the other day, so I won't go through all of those again today. But you get the large 6x4 cards, you get a whole heap of 3x4 cards, and you get multiples of the different designs. You can use them for your card making, your memory keeping, whatever you like. And then you get these cute little cookie trays, or little cooling racks as we call them here. There's a few of those in black and silver. And also too, there's some stickers. Oh, also too, there's these recipe cards in here as well. How cute are they? We were thinking about what recipes we could write on there, but they're super cool. And then they don't come in this container, of course. I've just used one of our old wide stamp cases to store them in. But you also get some sheets of stickers that come with these cards as well. So we've got some sentiments, some little oven mitts, some little snowflake stickers. So there's a couple of sheets of those. Then we've got these ones with some utensils, and some little Christmas decorations there too. So they're really cute. All right, what else? Yeah, so I don't have all of the pieces from this suite, but they're just the ones that I do have at the moment. So let's get on and start our project. Oh, I was going to show you the designer series paper. I'll quickly show you that. So you get lots and lots in this pack. I'll just pull out one whole set of the paper. So you get a total of 48 sheets of designer series paper in this pack. Now, as I said, some of the dies do cut out some of the images in this designer series paper. So these ones cut out and these ones cut out. Oh, and I've got them showing both front and back. So that's the front, that's the back. Okay, then you've got these ones. And whoops, these ones, there's your peppermints. So the peppermints will cut out with the dies. There's another one that will cut out with the dies. In fact, that's the one we're going to be using today. We're going to be using the snowflake one. We've got some beautiful frosting there. And there's another one with snowflakes and bells. And we've got some peppermints on there too. There's some fun peppermint paper. Oh, I'm up to this way. There we go. This one looks like some gingerbread that's been piped, maybe for a gingerbread house. That would be cute. Then we've got these ones. These are smaller images, just the same images but shrunk down, so they don't cut out with the dies, but they make a beautiful background. We've got these ones. These ones, there's some trees as well. We don't have dies to cut the trees, but they're a fairly easy shape that you could fussy cut them as well. And look, you've got borders here of the little peppermint look images. So you could just cut that and use that as a strip as well if you wanted to. There's that one, looks like icing. Some great spots. This one looks like you could cut these in strips and use them again as borders on your projects. There's the reverse of that one. And we've got the cute mittens and some more stars and some more peppermints there. So lots and lots of different designs there in the paper, but focusing on those gingerbread and peppermint themed Christmas items. So that's the full set of the papers there. All right. So I'll pop those to the side and I'll show you what I've got. Now, I don't have a finished project ready for you to show you yet because, as I said, my morning didn't go as planned and had a lot of disruptions this morning of unexpected things. So I'm going to make it with you today, but I've got everything ready to go. So I'm going to also be incorporating these dies here. Now these are from the Hippo and Friend dies, if you haven't seen those ones before. So that's the Hippo and Friend dies. And not only does it work with the hippo and the unicorn in the stamp set, but you get all these fantastic labels. And we use this one a lot, actually, more for the labels than for the little characters. So this one's a really great one to have. Now I needed this large one here, and I just die cut that on my large machine prior to going live so that I didn't have to pull out my large machine and my small machine. My small Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is much easier to use on the desktop. So I'll cut my little one with you today, but I already used some of the Designer Series paper from the pack and from the Gingerbread and Peppermint pack, and I die cut that ahead of time with that large die, as I said. All right, so I'm just using a piece of crumb cake cardstock because I don't have the craft cardstock yet, and crumb cake it's actually quite different in color, but close enough that we can get away with it. So this one measures 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. So it's basically half of an A4 cardstock, A4 piece of cardstock. I've scored and folded that at 10.5 to give me my card front. All right. These are the papers that I've chosen to use. So I've got, so that one had the bells on the other side. So I'm using the red side of that one. And then I'm going to fussy cut, oh no, not fussy cut, I'm going to die cut a couple of snowflakes from this one. And then we're going to use the stripes as well, okay? And we've got to make our little label, our little sentiment label as well. So we might start with that first, and then we can do all of the die cutting together. So, and I've got some basic white cardstock there just for stamping my sentiment. So we'll start with that. I just pulled out some scraps that I had, so no particular measurements for this. All right, because we're stamping with photopolymer stamps, I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. It just gives a bit of cushioning under your stamped image so that you get a much nicer, crisper, clear image when you're stamping with photopolymer stamps, because they don't have any cushioning like our red rubber stamps do. The red rubber stamps have got the foam underneath them. The photopolymers don't, so they're just, you know, quite firm on that block. I'm using some real red ink today. So always a good idea to cover your surface that you're stamping on, especially when you're using dark colors like this. And I'm using, because it might be a little bit hard to see on camera, but I'm using the Wishing You a Merry Christmas stamp from the Frosted Gingerbread Stamp Set. So I've already cleaned this. It's a good idea with your photopolymer stamps to just give them a clean before you use them. When you receive them, they do carry a little bit of manufacturing residue, so that they sort of don't hold the ink as well when you first get them. So give them a bit of a clean with your Stampin' Chamois, or if you have some Stampin' Mist, you might need to stamp a couple of times onto some scrap paper and give it a bit of a twist. I did clean this one this morning, so we'll see how it inks up. Let's have a look. I think it looks like it's going to be okay. I'll stamp it down a little bit because we're going to die cut around it. Yeah, great. Yeah, so I just cleaned that this morning on my chamois without stamping or anything. I just gave it a clean on my chamois, and you can see that's inked up really well, and it's stamped beautifully and clear. So then we'll let that dry for a minute, and then I'll die cut that with that die. So that's the only stamping that's going to be on this card. The rest is going to be using that Designer Series paper. I am going to clean this again straight away though, because I've used a deep pigment ink, and it does tend to stain the photopolymer, and the longer you leave it on your photopolymer, the darker the staining will be. So if you just clean it straight away on your chamois, there we go, and you'll see that it just leaves it a little bit pinkish tinged. Now that's okay, because the photopolymer does hold that pigment from those deep colors, but it doesn't affect how the stamp actually works. And if I stamp that now, you'll see that there's actually no color coming off that. So it is clean. It's just that photopolymer has held that pigment. So I can now use it on any other color, and I won't transfer the color because I've cleaned it. But yeah, and it still works perfectly fine. Okay, so we've got that. Now, we are going to need to die cut. Oh, actually, I can get rid of this out of the way now too. I'm going to need to die cut my snowflakes, but I don't want to cut in or chop into all of the other bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper snips. I love my Stampin' Up! Paper snips, and I love that they have a protector over the blades as well, because these are super sharp little scissors. and I like that I don't cut my hand whenever I pick them up or if they accidentally open up or anything like that. So I'm just going to cut around these to then put them into my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, just so that I don't waste any of those other images. So I'll take that one and I'll take this one. There we go. Okay, so good. On the back of that one, we've got that. Whoa, that's really bright on your eyes, isn't it? That one. All right, has anybody else got this suite? Let me know if you do. Let me know in the comments if you have this suite. All right, so those ones are ready to die cut. Now, and we've got that one already done, so that's good. With this piece here, I'm going to cut a strip of this. Now, if I show you the image in the catalogue, you'll notice the image in the catalogue, they've used this same paper, so this diagonal paper, but they've taken it down at an angle like that. I don't want to do that. I just want to have it going down the middle there. So I'm going to cut mine a little bit differently to how they've done on the sample. And you'll notice here too on the sample, they've used some of those little oven mitts, or those oven mitt, look, or the mitten cookies. They look like oven mitts, but they're mitten cookies from the designer series paper, but I'm going to use the snowflakes instead. And with their background, I've used the same background, but they cut a circle for their sample, and I've used that die that I showed you before. Glenda said, yes, I do really love the dies, have used them a lot. Oh, have you used them a lot already, Glenda? That's fantastic. Great. And Robin says she has it, but she hasn't used it yet. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that a few other people have got this one. It's really a lovely suite. All right, so we'll do our die cutting and then we'll work out how much of this paper we're going to use, and then we can put everything together. So it's a really super easy one to do this time. Super easy project to put together, I should say. Okay, so I've got my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It might bump the desk a little bit as I'm doing this, but it's super portable, so it's much easier for me to use this one on my desk. You'll notice all my little bits of washi tape. I reuse those. I use those to hold down my pieces, my dies, onto my cardstock so that they don't move around. So I'm going to be using the snowflake die, but I'm using the outline one, so the one that cuts around the edges. This one is the detail, so if you're cutting with cardstock, you'd use this one. So I'm just going to use the outline. So let's pop that on the machine, and I'll just line this up. Now these seem to be symmetrical, these snowflakes, so it's super easy to line up these dies. So I'm just going to line that up, and then I'm going to use my washi tape to hold that in place, that die, so that it doesn't slip. There we go. And I'll run that through. There we go. Now it might bump the table a little bit. I apologize if it does. There we go. Okay. So there's our first one. How cute is that? So cute. All right, we'll do our second one. We'll just clean our plates off. Did you know too that when you're using your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, if you've got any little bits left on there from the previous cut, you should clean them off your plates first before going ahead and die cutting anything else, because otherwise they can put imprints into your other cardstock if you happen to lay a piece of cardstock down on top of that. Yeah, they'll actually dent it and put little marks in your cardstock. So always be sure to whoops, oh, that moved then. Didn't have that stuck down properly, did I? Well, actually, well, I'll move that up a little bit. I'll see if I can fit our label on there at the same time. Yeah, so with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, it actually gives you directions on the base plate as to how to make up your plate sandwich when you're die cutting, so you know which plates to add. I'll have to cut this one down a little bit. Whoops. Oh, wow. That flicked a long way. Yeah, so Stampin' Up's made it really easy for us so that we know how to put together our plates on our machine. And all of the plates are numbered, so you'll easily know which one is which. All right, so I'm just going to line that up now with, try and get that straight. I've not cut that cardstock straight. So that'll be about right there. I'll just pop my washi tape down on either side. There and there. There we go. All right. And run that through. And then that should be all of our die cutting done. How do I clean the plates? That's a really good question, Tina Marie. How do I clean my plates? So what I do is, if you've just got little bits of cardstock or something stuck on them, then, you know, you just scrape them off. I often use either the edge of my bone folder, the edge of my metal ruler, or you could use the palette end of your Take Your Pick tool. If you have a Take Your Pick tool, you can use the little palette end to scrape your plates if you're trying to remove bits of cardstock off. But if they get any ink on them or they get dirty or anything like that, what I actually do is I will either wipe them over with a baby wipe, but if they need a really deep clean, I wash them in the sink with dishwashing detergent. So yeah, so I've done that lots of times to keep them nice and clean. I did have one the other day that had a little bit of I think it was last week when I was filming, and I had a little bit of ink on there. It was on one of my large plates. I was using the large machine, and I had ink on there from a permanent marker that had gotten on there. But every time I ran the cardstock through, it was picking up, even though it was permanent ink, because it's putting so much pressure, it was pressing that permanent ink into my cardstock, and it was ruining my die cut pieces. So I took a bit of rubbing alcohol and I cleaned that off with rubbing alcohol because it was permanent ink, and then I wiped over with a baby wipe and nothing more seemed to come off, and I then did a test run and that was clean. But my next step was going to be to take it to the sink and give it a wash with some dishwashing detergent. So yeah, over time when you use your plates, I've used and used mine, they will become a little bit warped. So what you do is, as you see them start to warp, just flip your plate over and start using it on the other side, and make sure you're putting your dies in different areas on your plate so you're not always die cutting directly in the middle. Try using different parts of your plates, and that will help to, by doing that and flipping them, it will help to minimize the warp. But we do sell replacement plates. They are a consumable product. They're considered a consumable product. They're not very expensive. They don't cost much at all. And you can replace them. So when mine gets super warped, that it's really hard to hold the cardstock in place or to feed through the machine, then I just replace them. The base plate, mine just needs a bit of a wipe. It's got some lots of bits of cardstock on it. The base plate should stay fairly flat, and the embossing plate should stay fairly flat. It's mainly the clear plates that will do the warping, because that's what the dies are biting into and cutting into. The base plate doesn't actually get cut at all. Okay, and you can see here on you've got your instructions on here of how to do your plates. And you'll see the numbers there on all of those plates. I've got mine around the wrong way. So you see that those plates are all numbered there. Okay. All right, so I'll pop this one over to the side now, and we've got all of our pieces done. Just pop that die back away so I don't lose that. All right, so now we've just got to decide on the width that we want to have this piece. So I'm thinking, so I'm going to have that and that, and then these are going to go like that, and I'm going to pop them up onto dimensionals. Oh, and I'll need some ribbon too. So I'm thinking I would like to have this a little bit narrower than my label. So let's measure the label and see how wide that is. That is 8 point, I'm looking at this without my glasses on, it's about 8.3. So I think if I go about, let's see, let's measure the width. I reckon about 6.5 centimeters. I think I'm going to cut this at. Let's see how that looks. I've got plenty more where this came from anyway, if I decide it's not the right width. So I'm not too worried. All right, so I'll bring in my trimmer. And on our trimmer, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Trimmer, we have 2 blades on our trimmer. The light blade is a scoring blade, which I use to score all of my cardstock folds, which makes it super easy. And if you're doing 3D projects, that comes in really handy, because a lot of those 3D projects, they need a lot of scoring and folding and that sort of thing. The dark grey one is your cutting blade. We do sell replacement cutting blades, so you can, when that one becomes dull, you can replace it. What I often do too, if it becomes dull, because I tend to cut always in the one particular way. So especially if you're always cutting in the one particular way, one side of your blade will dull quicker than the other side. So you can actually take your blade out and turn it around to the other side if you are constantly cutting in the one direction. But if you're cutting in 2 different directions, if you do your cutting both up and down, then it'll probably wear more evenly. All right, so I'm going to cut this at 6.5. I like to use, we've got like a little ridge at the top, and there's one at the bottom as well that you can rest your paper up against, which helps to keep your paper nice and still. So I tend to always use the top guide, so I'm always cutting away from myself. So I'm cutting towards that ridge because it means that it's holding that paper in place as I'm cutting. You've got centimeters and inches along there, as well as down on the arm. So the arm that comes, this arm that I lift up, helps to hold the paper in place. The one that comes with the paper trimmer actually has inches on it, but you can replace that with a centimeter. If you want the centimeters down on the arm here, you can replace it. I think it's about, I can't remember exactly, I think it's about $7 or something like that. It's not too expensive. You can actually replace the arm if you would prefer to use centimeters. We also have on our trimmer an extension arm too. So if you're cutting long pieces, which is especially great if you're a scrapbooker or you like to do 3D projects, you'll often need a longer measurement there. So so that's very handy. Or if you're cutting cardstock and you like to have the portrait style opening cards, then you'd use the arm, the extension arm. So I'm lining this up at 6.5 here on my trimmer, 6.5 centimeters that is. And I'm just going to cut that. So the piece that is the 6.5 centimeters is the piece that was on the left side of that trimmer blade. Okay, the other one obviously is wider. That's the offcut. So I'll put that one to the side. All right, so there's our piece. Now we need to check the length as well. We need that at 14.85, which is the length of our card. Now this is a 6-inch piece of cardstock, so I don't know what 6 inches is in centimeters, but I will trim this down at 14.85 centimeters. So that'll be the length of my card. Let's have a look. What is 6 inches on here? So 6 inches is equivalent to 15.2 and a bit. Not quite 15.25 centimeters. So there you go. All right, so now I am going to pop that down like so. Let's just layer it all up and see how we like it before I stick everything down. Because I haven't made a sample yet of this one, I just want to lay it all out to see how, yep, if we go like that, and then, or do we put that over there and then have these going off the side a little bit? Have that layering over like that way. Could do it like that too, couldn't we? What do you think? Everyone give me your vote. Oh, I've got some comments here I missed. We really need another magnetic plate. Yes, Glenda, I hope so. I hope that we do get another magnetic plate down the track. It'll be so much easier than using all that washi tape. Tina Marie says, thank you. How do I clean the Miniscule paper from the cuts? If you're getting tiny little bits of paper caught down in the cuts in your plate, Tina, if you take it to your sink, and run it under water, or put it again in a sink of water with some dishwashing detergent, and just scrub it with your dish brush. That's all. That's all you need to do. So, and that should remove any of those little minuscule pieces of paper from the cuts in your plates. All right, so I'm also going to add some ribbon. I'm thinking I might put, yeah, I think I like it like that. What do you think? Do you think over to the side like that, or do you like it in the middle? Let me know what you think. I don't know if I like it all completely centered though. What does everybody else think? Tell me what you think. Do you like the designer series paper to the left or in the center? And now I am getting hot, so I am going to take my jacket off. Oh, Navon says she likes the last choice, so with it off to the side. Okay, great. Glenda said, looks lovely how you have it. So I think that was off to the side when you commented on that one, Glenda. Is that right? I think I like it off to the side too. Tin Marie says off to the side. Yep, Rose says off to one side. Okay, great. Let's go with that. It looks like it's a unanimous vote. The sentiment, Julie says, is a sentiment in the middle and the die cuts either side with the DSP in the middle. Oh, okay. So you like it with the DSP in the middle and the sentiment in the middle and the die cuts either side. I'm not sure I'm understanding. So do you mean like this? Like that? And then have the die cuts like that, or something like that. Is that what you meant, Julie? Oh, that could look good too. Something like that. Is that what you meant? I could do a version like that too. Maybe we could do two versions. What's the time? Probably not today because it's already 5:10. So we'll have to describe. That could look great as well. And you could even move that down, right down, and center that in the middle if you like things centered. So yeah, that does look good too, Julie. Yeah. What does everyone else think? Do you like it like that, or do you prefer the other way? Maybe I'll have to do one either way, and I'll put the other, I'll make another one later and I'll put the photo up. Oh, Rose liked that one and Robin liked that one too. Having it in the middle like that. Well, we could do it like that too, if everyone likes it like that. Yeah. Oh, Tina Marie likes Julie's idea too. Okay. Oh, okay, we've got more votes for Julie's now. Well, let's do Julie's version now, and I might make the other version later, and then I can put the two photos up side by side. So yeah, okay, cool, thank you. And then we've just got to add some ribbon and bling so we can work out where we're going to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's just do that now, because if I move that up, I wonder if I wrap that around here and then add a bow, or do a bow. Would I wrap it around there and then do a bow, do you reckon, at the bottom? Or would I put the ribbon up here? It would be nice to do it like that, don't you think? I don't know. So let's see. So we'll try tying this bow and see how we go. I'm just not sure because it's straight onto the designer series paper and it might be a little bit, yeah, it's going to pull that up too much. But what I could do is I could wrap that around and then tie a bow. Let's tie a bow first and just see. I'll just tie a bow here and we'll see. This is beautiful ribbon. I didn't tell you which one this was actually. This is Real Red double stitched satin ribbon. So this one isn't the one from the suite. The one from this suite is the ruffled ribbon, which I don't have, but I did have this one in my stash, which is really beautiful. This one's very silky and satiny, very shiny. So I really, really love this one. So if I make a bow, I'll trim that. So we'll trim that there and there. Oops, oh, I left that one a little bit too long. Just trim that down a bit. That's better. Oh, now that one's too long. I think I do this every week, don't I? I always make one end too long. All right, so we do that, and then if we had a piece wrapped around, and then we could put the bow on the bottom there like that, or we could put it to the side. If we had that wrapped around just the designer series paper, how would that look? Could do that like that. What do you think? We could do it like that, or we could, and I'm doing this before I stick everything down so that we can make a decision together. I could have that in the middle, and we could do that, and then I could put the bow here like that at the edge of the tag, and then we can use some of the little bling, the little gingerbread and peppermint acrylic shapes to decorate here. Which way do you like the bow? Do you like the bow at the bottom on the designer series paper, or do you like it up near the tag? Let me know which way you like the bow. I do like to have everything clustered there. It looks really good, doesn't it? Which way do you like it? Let me know. While we're deciding on that part of it, I can stick the designer series paper down because I know that that's where we're going to have the paper. So I'll do that while you're all giving me your votes on the bow. Oh, actually, I can't stick this yet until you give me your votes because I might need to wrap the ribbon around this one. Oh, Rose said at the bottom. Okay, so on the designer series paper. So down here like this. Yep. I'll have to cut a piece to wrap around the back of that designer series paper, and then I can add the little bow there somewhere on the top of it. What does everyone else think with the bow? Do you like it at the bottom? It'll just be there to there, like across the designer series paper. On the designer series paper or on the label? Up near the sentiment, Julie said. Okay, you liked it up there, yep. And I could move that whole sentiment piece down to the middle of the card. Tina Marie likes it at the bottom. Oh, we're going to have split votes this time. Bottom. Glenda likes the bottom, likes the bow down the bottom. Hi, Amanda. Great to have you here today. Thanks for joining us. Up. Navon said up on the label. Up on the label. Amanda, we're voting on, so Julie has so we're casing the caddy, but we're changing it up, and we were playing with different ways of putting this together, and we're going with Julie's suggestion of having this all centered here and having the cookies on the either side of the sentiment, but we're just deciding on the ribbon. Oh, we're going to have split votes this time, I think. Some people are saying up on the sentiment, up here. So have everything there in this. Would I have that up the top or down in the middle? Probably in the middle, hey. So some people like the bow up there, and some people like it on the bottom over the ribbon. If I wrap that ribbon around the DSP and then pop the bow there, or off to the side there. Up. Have everything clustered up here. What did Julie say? Julie said up near the sentiment. Okay. And Navon said up there. Megan said up there. Glenda said at the bottom. Tina said at the bottom. And Rose said at the bottom. Oh, we've got split votes. Okay, which way will we do it? All right, for this one. Oh, Robin said at the bottom too. Okay, let me cut a piece of ribbon to wrap around. I'll just straighten that end up to wrap around this here, this designer series paper. There we go. So I'll just cut a little piece there and I'll wrap it around. Oh, Amanda said her brain is not working. Oh, that's okay. It's all that homeschooling, Amanda. Your brain is a bit fried today, is it? How's your day been with the kids schooling today? All right, so I'll do that there and I'll wrap that around, so about there. All right, I'll get some glue dots and we'll pop some glue dots on. Oh, Julie's got another idea. Try some ribbon running vertically down the left side. Okay, so all right. If I've got that there, that there, that there, that's another idea. I could wrap it around onto the inside of the cardstock. And would I still have the bow then? Wait, that side of the bow looks nicer, I think. I'm trying to work out which is the nicer side of my bow. Oh no, that side I think does look nicer. If I have it that way, then it's going to hang out the side though. That's the only thing. Or do I not have a bow? Do we just have the ribbon running down the side there? And I'd have to wrap that around to the inside of the card though to hold that in place and so that the edges don't fray. We could do that. Yeah, still have the bow. Oh, Amanda liked the bow near the sentiment as well. Yeah, I think we had more votes for the... Well, I don't know now. I think we're even with the votes on the sentiment. Okay, so not that. On the sentiment. Yeah. Still like the bow at the bottom. And the ribbon down the side. Oh, Amanda likes... Oh, my goodness. I think I'm going to have to call this one, everybody, because we have got so many ideas now and so many votes. Oh, some like the ribbon down the side. Some are saying no. Some are saying up here. Some are saying at the bottom with the bow down there. I think it does kind of add to the sentiment up here, but we are going to mount that though too. So, but move the ribbon so it's under the sentiment but still to the left. Yes, because I'll be mounting this up anyway, so it will be, Julie. Yeah, all right. Okay, well, let's go with this one. And then maybe I'll have to do 3 versions. So this can be version number 1. And then all of your ideas I can put into version number 2 and version number 3. And I'll make some more, and then I'll post up all of the photos of all the different versions. That would be fun. But I don't know if I'll get the other versions done tonight. Well, I won't on our live today. It's too busy with the bow in the middle. Oh, do you feel that it's too busy? So I'm just using my eye to line this up. So I hope I'm getting it straight and in the middle. So I've not measured that. All right, so that's just stuck down flat, just with a bit of Stampin' Seal. Now I'm going to mount up, well, let's see. Do we want to mount that? What do we stick that flat? And then, no, I think we need to lift that because it's too much pattern on pattern otherwise. All right, I'll go grab some dimensionals and we'll put some dimensionals on here. I have got all of these offcuts of dimensionals, which I'm going to use first before I finish my pack here. So I'll use my take your pick tool to pick them up. And I might need to snip some of them, so I'll get my other pair of snips, which is my tape scissors, and we'll do those. So I'll just cut some of these bits down, these edge pieces. There we go. And I've got some of these big edge pieces too, which I'll cut down. Actually, I could use almost a whole piece of that along the bottom, couldn't I? I hope everybody else uses their edge pieces as well, because they are great to use. We don't want to waste our dimensionals. There we go. And this one can go down here. There we go, because they still work. They still dimensionalize our project. There we go, and one on the other side. And then we'll pop one down in the middle so that we don't, actually I might pop a couple of full ones in the middle just so we don't have any saggy bits, because we're going to be putting lots of things on top of that. We don't want that to be all saggy baggy. Let me just add some little half ones here, and I'll add, I do like my dimensionals, can you tell? I like to make sure that everything is very sturdy. All right, so we'll pop those down. I usually save all my edge pieces for smaller pieces, like if I chop them up into smaller pieces if I've got like a really small image that I'm wanting to adhere. All right, so I'm going to pop this down in the middle, about there-ish. That looks about right, thereabouts. Okay, And then, all right, so I'll just move all of these scraps off the table. There we go. All right, so now we've got our sentiment label. So I'm going to pop that up too. And then I'll work out where how the other pieces are going to sit. I'm going to use my ordinary ones for that. There we go. So this one's going to have a couple of layers of dimension. So I'll pop this down in the middle. Is that in the middle? That's about in the middle. Is that even with that? It's good having the same, they're actually the same shape, but this one is just a smaller version, so it makes it a little bit easier to line it up. I think I've got it a little bit low. So let me just see. So there, and there. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay, good. All right, so now we've got our little, oh yes, let's do like that. Under? We could do one under and one over. What do you think? Or we do both under. And our bow can sit there like that. Just at the edge there. But with our little cookies, we can slip them in under there, or I've got to have one over and one under, or both sitting over. I think under. I think under, like that. Do you think under? Oh, how many millimeters is there ish? Oh, I don't know, Tina, we're not worrying about that. I don't know. I was just mainly lining up the shapes. Just using my eye to line up the shapes. Ish can be lots of things, can't it? It's like with time. Oh yeah, 7-ish. Okay, so do we want to go over or do we want to go under? More decisions. I think under, so that we can see that pretty label, and then we can add some bling to the label. Hey, yeah. Oh, you're just being silly, are you, Tina Marie? Oh, well, there you go. See, you got me. I'm so gullible. Oh, Julie thinks they should go over. Like that. But then we're covering up the pretty tag. What if we did one over and one under? We could do that. I don't know. I don't want to cover up that pretty tag though too. Decisions, decisions. I'm not sure. I don't know how we had them before now. When we had them laid out, how did we have it? Did we have it under or over? What if we compromise? We'll do one over and one under. We'll do like that. I think like that. Yes. Oh, okay. We've got, Julie says over, Leslie says over, Megan says both under, and Leslie says one over and one under. Oh, now Glenda's saying one over and one under as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's go one over and one under. Oh, hey, Deborah. How are you? Great to have you here. Under, if you were going to put bling on the label. Oh, yeah, true. That's what I was thinking originally too. Yes, like that. Yeah, it depends where we're going to pop the bling, I guess, too, because we have got a little bit of space down here for the bling. Maybe we should choose which bling we're going to use first. Because that might determine... I don't even know if these ones are going to fit, actually. Oh, hang on. Look, we've got a little, what do you call it? A little peppermint. I think maybe that needs to go under. Because we've got the ribbon there. Yeah, I think they're going to need to go under if we're going to add bling. I think Deborah's right. Yeah, I think that. What do you think? Under. Oh, hey, Judy, you're here too. I didn't see you jump on. Sorry. How are you? Yeah, I think we'll go like that, because then we've got to add that bling, and otherwise it's going to be too much, because we've got that ribbon there as well, which I need to still trim up. It's still not right, the right length. Okay, we'll try that. Let's try, oh, we've got this one too. I think that one will be a better size though. This one I don't think will fit. I think that one's a bit big. I think that one goes better. Goes better with the shape too of the snowflakes. So, oh, we do have some little red dots. They are super tiny. We do have some little acrylic red dots in there. Hang on, let me see if I can pick them up. Yeah, they are really tiny. So we've got, there's one red dot. There's another red dot. So we could have them on there too. Or we could just have that, or we could just have them. We could just have them on there too, couldn't we? I think you kind of lose them. There's too much going on. I think we just need that one. Yeah. Robin says yes. Under with bling. Try the snowflakes further away from the sentiment, more towards the corners. Like that. They won't fit. They're a bit too... They're a bit too big to fit any further out, I think. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I'll put them back under here. That was what we were going with originally. That was the unanimous decision, I think. Okay, so we're going like that. Where I'm calling it. Otherwise we'll be here forever making decisions because everybody has got different ideas. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put some dimensionals on these external bits here, and these bits that are tucking under, I'll pop a little bit of glue there because I'm not mounting them up at the same level as the label. I'll have them at the same level as the bottom label there, if that makes sense to everybody. All right, so let's just see. Oh, I might need my minis this time actually. Let's use some of these little offcut bits. I'll cut some of these little ones in half and we'll use some of these offcut bits. There we go. All right, and we need some on 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we'll pop some on 3 of those. Oh, actually, they make a good shape to fit into those snowflakes. Oh, that one's a little bit longer. I'll just trim that one down. Oops. There we go. Yeah, they fit in there really well, actually. 3. And then we'll pop one of these double ones across here to support that part. And then we'll test that to make sure that that's all those dimensionals are going to be in the right place. Yep, good. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. All right, and I'll pop a little bit of Tombow glue just on these bits here where it's going to attach to that label. Just move that off so I don't forget about that one. And I'll slide that in. I've just got to poke that in in between where I've got those other dimensionals sitting under that label, the sentiment label. There we go. Okay, so that's one, and that glue will help hold that there. And then we'll do the same with this one. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3. This one's going to be at a slightly different angle though, I think, because of the... Let's see how we can get... Oh no, that will work the same. Okay. I wasn't sure where I'd positioned that dimensional up there to see if that was going to slide in the same way as the one down the bottom. I thought maybe they were going to have to be at slightly different angles, but I think we can wangle it and get that to sit the same way. All right, and we'll take that one across there, put a bit of Tombow glue, There we go. Oh, I should have removed my dimensional backings first, shouldn't I? That would have been sensible. Now I'm probably going to get glue all over me. All right, is anyone else crafting along with me? I didn't think to ask you that. I was so busy talking earlier that I forgot to ask who was crafting along with me. And if you are crafting along with me, let me know what you're making. All right, so pop that in there like so. In you go. There we go. Well, they are at slightly different angles anyway, so that's okay. That adds to the interest. Oh, Tina Marie's crafting. Awesome. What are you making today, Tina Marie? All right, so we've got those all down. Now, we've got to decide with the bow. I've got to trim that up a little bit. That's still not the right length. There we go. So we can pop the little bow down there. I think I need to tie that a bit tighter actually. You're making cards. Are you really? Well, that's awesome. What sorts of cards are you making today? Are you making birthday cards? Thinking of you cards? What sorts of cards are you making today? All right, there we go. So are we still happy with the bow there? I think that was the unanimous decision, wasn't it, that it was going to go there. All right, I'll grab a glue dot. Oh, you're doing some more letterbox love cards. Awesome. Oh, that's good. Lots of people need letterbox love at the moment, don't they? There's so much going on everywhere. There we go. So we've got our little bow. That's where we decided to put it in the end after all of our suggestions. There we go. And now our bling. Now the bling, I'm not sure which glue is going to hold this because it's acrylic. I was thinking maybe the fine tip glue pen. Just wondering if that holds acrylic shapes because they are tiny. So I am not sure. I think I might go with Tombow. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet. I'm just reaching up to grab it because I had it sitting up the top with wet glue on it. It's dry. Now, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on here and I'm actually going to dab my little acrylic shape into the glue. This is the first time I've used them, obviously. You can probably tell that. Haven't used them before today. So, roller glue dot. I was thinking about that, Megan, too, but these are quite detailed and they're quite thick already as well. And if I rolled a glue dot, it's going to add extra dimension, but these are already fairly thick. Like how thick are these? They're a couple of millimeters thick already. So I think it will make it sit too high. They're actually 2 millimeters thick. So I think if I rolled a glue dot underneath it, it might make it sit up too high. That's why I thought I might just try. I'll try this first and see how this works. Now these are as shiny on one side as they are on the other, so it doesn't matter which way you do it. But I've got a little bit of glue there. I've just smeared it out a bit. I'm going to drop this into the glue and then carefully pick that back up. So now I've got the glue on the back there. I might just drop it back down and tap it to remove any excess glue so it doesn't smear when I put it onto my card. And I'll just center that. I'm centering it in between those two little doot-de-doos just there. I don't know what you call them, but those little scalloped, I guess they're scalloped, aren't they? Those little scalloped. Oh, that feels like that feels firm actually. I think that's going to hold okay. I think that's going to work quite well. Yeah, that feels firm. Oh, good. There we go. I think we need to add some bling to our cookies. What do you think? Do we need to add some Wink of Stella? Or do we need to add some more acrylic shapes? Or do we need to add, oh, you know what else we could add? We could add, because who makes Christmas cookies? I know that Julie does, but does anybody else make Christmas cookies? I'm just thinking, you know how sometimes we add bling to our Christmas cookies and our other baked goods, our cakes and things? I'm wondering if we should add some bling to these. Or should I just add Wink of Stella? because we could add some red rhinestones to those, maybe in the center. Or I could add these little red ones, but I think you kind of lose them. They're not really super shiny. Sometimes Judy does. Yeah, awesome. Great, great, great. Both, yeah. Both cookies and cakes, do you mean, Judy? Or both, you're talking about the bling? Not quite sure which you're talking about there. Oh, do you mean use the Wink of Stella and the bling? Yes, I think that might be what you mean. All right, I'll give this a shake, the Wink of Stella, and we'll bling up the cookies and we'll pretend that they've got glittered frosting on them. Tina Marie says she adds her teeth to her cookies. Very good answer. I like that. Yep. Judy said bling and glitter. Okay, I agree. Let's do that. Let's add a bit of bling and some glitter. We'll start with our glitter and we'll add our Wink of Stella all over our cookies. We'll make them shiny so that they've got shiny frosting on them. I want to make cookies now. Actually, my daughter Brooke makes a lot of cookies. She likes to make sugar cookies. She doesn't make Christmas. She does actually make Christmas cookies, but they're sugar cookies in Christmas shapes. She doesn't do gingerbread because nobody else in this house eats gingerbread except for me. And I only eat it when I can find gluten-free gingerbread, which I know where I can get that now at Christmas time, which is good. All right, so there's our Wink of Stella. Not sure if you'll see that pick up on camera. Oh, I need a little bit of extra just there. Missed a spot. Missed a spot. Add a bit more there too. So not sure if you can see. Can you see the Wink of Stella on that? Let me bring the light in a bit. It's a little bit shimmery now. Can you see that? Don't know if the camera is going to pick that up. Just waiting for the feed to catch up to see. I don't think you can see it on camera. But anyway, it is blingy. Believe me, it's blingy. Julie said like glitter dust. Yes, yes. Judy said, I've bought fancy patterned rolling pins for Christmas cookies. Oh, yes. Awesome. Yeah, actually, we have some as well. Come to think of it, it's in there. I think they're in the back of the cupboard. I don't know that they've been used very much. I'm just going to grab some bling while I'm talking to you. Yes, those patterned rolling pins are fantastic, aren't they? Really good. They're good for if you work with fondant on cakes as well. They're good for that as well. I don't do fondant work though. I decorate my cakes with usually a Vienna cream or a buttercream. Oh, now I can't find my, oh, there they are. So I've got red bling. I think we'll keep with the red theme. Yeah, I'll have to find mine and pull it out and see if Brooke would like to use it for the cookies. I have to check what details are on them too. I'm not sure if they're Christmas details or if there are designs on them or if they are another shape. I'm not actually sure. There we go. We put some little, yeah, like that. That makes a difference with the bling on there. I'll bring that up a bit closer to the camera and put the light on that there. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Can you see the Wink of Stella on the cookies? Oh, there, I think the camera picked it up just a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to see on camera. Oh, Judy likes working with fondant. She says that it's so easy. Fantastic, yeah. All right, there we go. So let's compare. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the one in the catalogue. Oh, thanks, Navon. All right, so that's the one we were casing. Let's put it side by side. And you can see how different, as I said, they've used the craft cardstock, but I don't have any of that yet. It's coming in my next order. So I used crumb cake cardstock instead. And I just changed up the design from the catalogue. So there we go. And we all had input with the design. We changed it up even from my original idea as well. So there you go. So there you can see now how you can use the projects that are in the catalogues and just change them up a little bit to make them your own, or you can copy them exactly as well. So yeah, so for anyone that joined on a little bit later, we were using the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite. Oops, sorry, that light is just reflecting on that page a bit there. We were using the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite products. So lots and lots of great products in this suite. This is the whole collection here on this page, the whole suite. There's 2 bundles. There's the stamp set and die bundle that I used today. And then there's the pillow box dies as well, which you can purchase separately, or you can get the whole suite just by using this one code over on page 8. But yeah, I'm happy with how that turned out. Thanks everyone so much for helping me make this card. I think we all did a great job together. What do you think? Looks great. Oh, Megan said she likes mine better than the catalogue. Oh, well, thank you so much. And that's because you all gave me input and we made it together. So there you go. All right. So I'm going to cover up my camera now and put that back up onto my face so that I can say goodbye, so that you can all see me as I say goodbye. So just bear with me for one moment and I'll do that now. Oh, hi Alison, you're just jumping on. We are just finishing up. But that's okay, you can go back and watch the replay later if you like. Okay, we'll flick that around, tilt that down and adjust my lights and we'll be all good to go. There we go. All right. So there's our cute little card that we made together. I think we did a great job. Didn't we? It looks so cute. I really like that. Thanks everyone. That designer series paper is so beautiful, isn't it? And I love that you've got all of those designs of all those cookie shapes that you can easily just die cut, and the ones that don't have dies, they're simple shapes, you can just fussy cut them. Yeah, and just put them together with the designer series paper and they look fantastic. And that was pretty quick to put together. I mean, we took a long time because we were trying to decide and everyone was voting. So we kept changing our minds as to how we were going to put it together. But yeah, it really didn't actually take that long to put together. And it's a simple design, but it's beautiful. So thank you all so much. So I hope you really enjoyed that. And I hope you've found a bit of inspiration in that we've created today. Thank you everyone. Everyone's saying, very nice, lovely card. Very nice card. Oh, great, Alison. I'm glad that you'll catch the replay. Yeah, go back and have a look because we were talking about different layouts, and so it might give you some other ideas about how to use the same products or the same pieces, but in different layouts. We fiddled with a few different things together, and then we took some votes to see which was most popular choices. So. Oh, Jenny says, love watching you make your projects. So clever, Mandy. Oh, thank you. But you all helped me. So I didn't make it alone today. Oh, no worries, Rose. See you later. Thanks for joining me. So just remember, everyone, that if you need a mini catalogue, please let me know. I would love to send you one. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you're here in Australia, send me a message on Messenger. You can do that via my business page here, and I'll get one out to you. And don't forget about Celebration. We talked about Celebration and all the wonderful ways that you can earn free products during Celebration. And remember that there are all those fantastic options of getting the best value, and I want you to get the best value. And remember that if you join during Celebration, as I explained before, and I broke it all down for you, and I told you all about all of the perks of being part of Stampin' Up, that you'll be saving up to $182.50. So it's more than 50% of the price of the starter kit, which is only $165. So be sure to, sorry, $169. So be sure to have a think about that. And as I said, if you've got any more questions that you would like to know about joining my team, then please let me know, and I'd love to answer any of those questions for you. Oh, Judy said she needs some more large nesting dies. Oh, fantastic, Judy. If you have a look in the annual catalogue, do you still have your annual catalogue? Or you can find the virtual copy or the PDF copy on my blog as well if you can't find your paper copy. But if you have a look in the die section, it's towards the back of the catalogue, and check out the nesting dies. The ones I used today, these were, it's actually the Hippo and Friend dies. I don't know if you were on when I was showing these before, but this is actually the Hippo and Friend dies. So it does coordinate with the Hippo, what is it? Hippo Happiness Stamp Set. I can't remember which it is, but we more use it for the labels because you've got these beautiful labels. Yeah, I have used it with the stamp set that coordinates, but we love it for the labels. We just keep using all the labels. So we use this one really frequently, actually. So this is a nice one to have too. Oh, you've got your catalogue in front of you. Fantastic. Can you find the dies okay, or do you need some help? I can let you know which page it's on if you need to know. Oh, hey, Fee. Fee says, cute cards. Sorry, my commenting wouldn't work before on your PC. Oh, okay. That's okay. No problems. Thanks for being here. At least you got to see what we were making, so that's all good. Oh, bye, Leslie. Thanks so much for being here. I'm glad you could join us. You got it? Oh, great. And it's on your list. Fantastic. Very good. Aren't those wish lists wonderful? They're ever growing. I know for most of us, our wish lists are ever growing. Every time I look in the catalogue, I find something else and I think, oh, add that to the wish list. So anyway, now, as I was saying at the beginning, remember that I also am going live on Thursday mornings now as well. Thursday morning at 11 o'clock, I'll be going live. Thursdays will be simple projects, whereas on Mondays, I'll be doing more detailed projects. So Thursdays will hopefully be a little bit shorter. That's my aim. I'm working towards it. Mondays will still be my long one. But yeah, so if you're able to come along on Thursday at 11 o'clock, same place here on my business page. I'd love to see you there. And yeah, I haven't got a project planned yet, so we'll see what I come up with for Thursday. Some of my new products might be here by then, so I might be able to create with something that is brand new to me. So we'll see. So join me if you can. Otherwise, I'll look forward to seeing you all again next Monday at 4 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. Until then, happy crafting, everyone. Bye.